Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to go over some initial setup things with the business as far as forming either your sole proprietorship or an LLC and why you would choose the different options. I'll let you know exactly what I've done and why I've done it. Basically, it's just so that I could get started. I'm not wanting to get bogged down in all the logistics of starting the LLC and going through all the formation and paperwork. Plus, I'm trying to keep it on the cheap end as far as starting up the business. So what I have done is I've gone down to my local courthouse, and this is going to vary depending on where you are. But I had to go down to my local courthouse, fill out some paperwork to file a sole proprietorship. So I did that. I think it cost me $18 to file that. That will give me the opportunity to be able to go down to the bank and set up an actual bank account for myself. Now, if you're planning on really running this business and working this business, you might want to consider doing an LLC, especially if you have lots of assets in your name, lots of reasons why people would want to sue you or anything like that. Myself, I don't really have much, and I'm not going to be hiring any employees right off the bat. I'm probably going to have my son working with me. But for right now, it's just going to be me and my wife, just getting the business up and going, learning how the structure works and how the operations work. So I decided to form a regular partnership, just a sole proprietorship, excuse me. Not a partnership. I'm just doing sole proprietorship, which is basically going to put all the onus on me. So if anything happens at the property, I would be responsible, and they can actually come after my assets, which I don't really have much, so I'm not really too worried about that. And I'm not too concerned that I'm going to do anything stupid. So let's just put it that way. When I hire an employee, I will be having the company name in an LLC. But for right now, I just wanted to get started. I got my business name through the county. It cost me about $18 to do that. It's going to vary depending on where you are and as to whether you actually need to get that entity formed or that sole proprietorship formed in your local county. From what I understand, you possibly in some areas might just be able to just start your business and just claim it on your taxes. You know, when you file your what is it? Your C. It's a C form on your taxes. Talk to your tax professional about this. But for right now, I've just set up my company name. I am in the process of making some marketing flyers right now. And as far as the company goes, I will be forming an LLC, and I quite possibly be attaching either an S Corp or a C Corp to that LLC later on, just for different tax advantages that you can take advantage of by doing that. Again, check with your tax professional on this. I am probably going to end up going with an LLC with a C Corp attached to it or covering it. So that's where I am right now. Some of the reasons why you would want to go with an LLC is if you have lots of assets, you have a home, you have lots of money, maybe inheritance or anything that you might have that's income or assets or anything like that. You want to make sure you protect yourself against that. So if you are an individual and you're starting this business and you have lots of assets, I don't recommend starting off with a sole proprietorship for that reason alone, because you never know what's going to happen. I'm not in that situation. So basically what I've done is set up the sole proprietorship. I'm not even going to get a bank account right now because it is out of my personal funds. It's under my personal name right now. So I'm just going to use my normal bank account for any expenses that I have. And I plan to just be working on setting up the LLC and couple of weeks, actually, I'm going to start doing that once I get settled into the actual operations of the business. But right now, I'm too consumed in different things, like first setting up my CRM, which takes care of all my clients, setting up my website, setting up my URLs, phone numbers, making marketing material, producing marketing material, a logo. I am working on that myself. I have a generic logo right now, and I've hired somebody to create my regular logo that I'm going to be using on all my marketing material. So that is in the works. Right now, I just wanted to get started, which is probably the goal of most people. I'm trying to get free from this Pizza Hut job and get on the road, picking up properties and servicing clients, building relationships and marketing. The business entity will come later. If you are planning on choosing to go with an LLC, there's a lot of different things that come along with that, especially when you're looking at the legalities of an actual LLC. There's requirements. You have to keep logs. You have to keep minutes of your meetings. There's just lots of back-end work that comes into having the LLC. Not to mention you have to also pay for a company to actually be like your mediator. I don't know what it is. I used a company called Incorp a while back for registration, is what it is, and they keep track of address and stuff like that. I don't even know what it is, but I know it's a yearly cost usually. You can find sometimes a good deal for a startup company, like initial startup, but then usually it runs over $100 or so a year for your registration. So that there's lots of legalities that come into actually running an LLC and actually having it operate correctly. Being actually legal, because you can sign up or start an LLC, but if you're not actually keeping records and stuff like that, you're going to run into some problems, or you could possibly run into problems. Again, this is all my understanding of it, so check with the tax professional on this. For right now, I think for most people, the right choice would be to just start up a regular sole proprietorship, run it under your own personal name. When I went down to the county office to actually file for the business is under the business name, but I am the sole proprietor, which basically puts all the onus on me. So as you're researching this and looking into it, what I would really recommend, check with your local college or university. They usually have a department there that helps people with setting up businesses and running businesses. Actually, ours here is the Del Mar College Small Business Development Center. They're helping me out. They gave me a full instruction sheet on how to set up my LLC step by step, so that I don't have to pay an intermediary or somebody else to help me set it up. I can do it straight through the state, saves me a ton of money, and it just walks you straight through it. That's what I would recommend you doing. Some of the colleges also have organizations, like in my local area here, our university, Texas A&M University, has a corporation, or not an organization called SCORE. It's CORE. And they are usually made up of retired individuals who are like in the business world or have been in the business world and can help you with some of this stuff. Again, they're probably going to be a resource for you, but if you're actually setting up an LLC, I would check with a tax professional. One of the other things to take into consideration right now is as I'm setting up my business and you're setting up your business is choosing your company name. That's a big topic right there. So basically, when you're choosing your company name, you have to do your research. You have to look into it, because there may be names that are taken and you won't know about it unless you go to your state and run a check through there. I think there's also somewhere that you can do it through the federal government to check for any entities that may have that name. I know with my past business, what I did was I set up an entity name as an LLC. And this is kind of a way to get around the name of the company, where I set up the LLC with just it was RRPB LLC. So it was just initials, but I was doing business as, which I set up a fictitious company name as R&R Property Buyers. So that's a way that you can actually set up your business name there. I'm not sure if that's the right way to do it, but that's the way I've done it before. That makes it to where you can actually change the doing as business name or the entity name that you're working under. You can change that later on without messing with the entire LLC. So that might be a consideration to look into. I myself, like I said, I just set up a sole proprietorship, and I'm working on my flyers, and I'm working on my marketing plan and getting together my CRM. I'll check back with you in a couple of days and let you know how my CRM is going and how I set it up. I am using Sweep and Go as my CRM. I did look into using Booking Koala. Booking Koala. I think it's a company out of Canada. I'm not sure. It's not industry specific. So if you run other industries, you might be able to use that booking software, that software to run multiple companies out of. I'm not sure. But as far as I understand, the Sweep and Go is probably going to be the best one if you're just doing a poop scooping business. It looks like it's going to be all around the best. So hope this information helped you out a little bit. If you have any questions or you have any suggestions for me in the comments, again, like I said, I am just a sole proprietorship now. I don't even have a bank account. I'm using my own personal account until I can get the LLC registered in a couple of weeks. At that time, once I get the LLC registered, I will go down to the courthouse and pay, I guess, $15, whatever they charge to actually close down my personal account, which is under my sole proprietorship. And then I will be running as LLC, and I can file new paperwork with the county so I can be good for my local taxes and be on the books there. Hope this information helped you out. Poop scooping business, I keep looking more and more into it, and it's exciting. So I hope you're choosing to follow along with me. The information that I'm gathering from the Poop Scoop Millionaire with William is pretty good. I have upped myself to the next level, so I do have some access to some of the calls on there, and I'm getting some information through that on marketing and different stuff. So if you're following along on there, say hi to me if you're on the network. I think it's under my name, Caesar Signs. She should be able to find me in there. If you want to hit me up, message me through there and let me know you're following along also. I appreciate you checking in. Again, like this video, subscribe if you want to follow along. I'm going to put link in the description below to my other YouTube channel, which is my personal channel, which you can follow me there, where I'm going to cover stuff about autism, maybe some backyard farming or being self-sufficient a little bit. I did some of that in the past. I do some frisbee golf or disc golf, whatever you want to call it. It's disc golf. Don't want to make anybody mad. So disc golf. And I'll probably be posting some stuff on there too. Right now, I'm really focused on just building this business and getting it up and running, which is a chore in itself. So if you need any help or you have any questions, just leave it in the comments below. I'd be glad to try to help you out if I can, or at least point you in the right direction. So have a great day, guys. God bless. See you later.